Thank you everyone for joining us today. Good evening. This is Salman from Starvania, the marketing lead. And today I have with me both co-founders, Meaad and Muslih Zahrani. I finally managed to get my hands on them. I believe the game, both the game and the team been busy um, traveling and, talking about and the games, talking about our game, specifically talking about the region. Obviously, been away a little bit from the Discord, and hopefully it's for a good reason. And today, hopefully, we're gonna reflect on what's been really happening in Bahamut and the Waqwaq tree. Celebrate the fact that, of course, today was the launch on the Switch. And if you haven't checked the trailer yet, you should give it a quick look. Of course, the team worked hard on the cinematic and the voiceover, just to make sure to give it like a fresh look. But yeah, so I guess to kick things off, I wanted to ask you guys, like, what have you been up to? Like, we've been away for a few months now. Like, what has been happening, like in the, behind the scenes? Where did we go? Or because there's definitely been a lot to just take a look back. We finally got a chance just to sit down here and, share a moment with the community because, yeah. Where were you guys? Where were you?
The last top couple of weeks, I've been living at the airport. I've been living on the plane. Like, I think 50% of my life during these 2 weeks, I've been staying at the plane. But you go ahead, Muslih. You want to start?
Yeah, of course. So, obviously, some close to what Matt has been saying. We've been attending a lot of shows, recently Gamescom, EWC, the new global sports conference, and obviously working on the new game. On the same time while working on porting Bahamut on the Nintendo Switch. So it's been busy.
So yeah, we have been to devcom. After finishing devcom, we also participated in Gamescom. And before even finishing Gamescom, I literally booked a flight last minute plans, and I was trying to catch up for the global esports conference. Like, literally at the same day, I booked a flight, and the next day, like the next morning was supposed to be the esports conference. I think I have arrived to the airport, to the Riyadh airport, around 6 a.m. 6 a.m. I went to my house, slept only 2 hours, and I just woke up again to go to the esports conference. It was very hectic, exhausting, but it was rewarding after having a picture with Hideo Kojima.
Ooh, okay. That's probably like the only thing that probably regret for not going to Riyadh. But obviously, as someone who's working on the marketing, I just need to make sure that, everything is set and ready for Bahamut itself. But maybe since you got the chance, it just kind of redeems it a little bit. I definitely want to be hanging out with Hideo Kojima if you were asking me. But hey,
Yeah. Actually, you can't touch him. You can't shake hands. You can't talk to him. You can't say hi. You can't say anything. You have specific spot that you need to to stand on, and you just take a picture and leave. That's what you have to do. But it was cute. Yeah, he's an amazing guy.
I mean, the fact he's in Riyadh is definitely something because who would have thought the man himself would be showing up there unattended. But yeah, for the most part, that's exciting. I also, Mustahi, you basically mentioned the fact that, definitely there's a new project, in the horizon. I'm not sure how much we're going to get into detail as we go, but we'll see as we, continue our session and just take a step back and see what else happened. So obviously today is a huge day. What's that?
I was I was just telling Muslih to give us some sneak peeks.
Yeah, sneak peeks. Absolutely. Because I'm pretty sure the audience here would appreciate, something here. And we're going to keep it between us guys, right? I don't think this is going to be aired somewhere.
Oh God.
Just between us.
I mean, yeah, the upcoming project is still in the pre-production. Not much to show. I mean, it's showable internally and it's playable internally. But we're still concepting, and a lot of it may or may not stay in the game. But the experience we'll be showing right now. So we learned a lot from Bahamut. It's great visually. So you should expect that in the next game. It's cozy. It's still a relaxing experience. So expect that in the next game. But I would say the hook right now, there will be a mix of cozy and combat. So the next game will have a lot of combat and cozy elements into it. So it's a mix of both. There will be, I would say, water, because I think Starvania likes water too much, or I do, and I'm forcing that to the team, and they are hating me for it. But there will be water into it. That's, I would say. I won't reveal anything else.
Okay. Fun fact, guys. Even though, I'm considered like part of the team, right? And, there's like multiple members and everyone just like doing their, day-to-day tasks per se. But I think I'm, myself and Meaad, who's unfortunately not here today, we've been like really isolated on like what's going on. Like, because obviously there's a lot that goes into, marketing and all of that. And even I'm just like hearing some new information about, what's next with like the new project and all. Seriously, I I wish that I know, because if I do, I'll probably gonna help, just more sneak peeks, because for the most part, I think this is like something we've been also discussing, a few years back. Is like one of the things that we really wanted to get into is a lot of community feedback, because while we did learn a lot of things from, developing Bahamut, per se, but obviously community feedback is where it's at, and we definitely want to make sure that, we keep the momentum with, development cycle wise as we go. Well, I guess like one of the questions that we also had, but we definitely need to clarify a little bit for this as we go, since, today's focus is the Nintendo Switch. Well, I didn't get the chance to ask you, but how excited are you guys? Because, the game is finally out on the Nintendo Switch. I believe me and Meaad personally, we've been talking like a little bit about this. You don't get to hear, Arabic games on the platform, and arguably, I mean, we still need to confirm this, but it might be the first Saudi game to be on the Nintendo eShop, which is, definitely a huge deal. So how do you feel about this?
I'm a huge Nintendo fan, so this is like a huge and a big deal to me. Like, because when we released the game on PC, it was like cool and everything. Yes, we have released the game for the first time. But I'm not a PC gamer. I'm a console gamer and a huge Nintendo fan. So having my game on the Nintendo Switch is a huge deal to me. So it's a big milestone for me personally and the team, of course. But yes, I know that there is, I think, one game, one Saudi game has been on Nintendo, but I think that was a very long time ago, and I know the developer. His name is Rami Bukhari. Rami Bukhari? Yes, Rami Bukhari. He has his game on Nintendo Switch, I think, back in, I don't know, maybe 2009. Very long time ago. And after
The
that,
Switch
we
was
didn't
not
have
available at that time,
So like,
no?
maybe at the like
19.
Nintendo DS, was it? Oh, 19.
19, right.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it? No, I think it was before that. When was the Nintendo Switch released?
I would say in 2016, something like that. I mean, I'm not the biggest Nintendo Switch.
You're the fan, Meaad. You should know that.
Yeah, you're the best.
I just remember that it was a very long time ago, and since then we never had any Saudi game like after that. So yeah, it's still a huge deal, and I'm so excited about that.
Ducky mentioned it was back in 2017, so we'll trust Ducky on this one. I think he's the new expert.
Yeah. Honestly, for me, my experience was waking up in the very morning, preparing my Switch because it's empty. It's without like the battery is dead. So I was looking for the charger to charge it. I plugged it. I slept again. Woke up in the morning on the stand up, and then I bought the game in front of everyone in the stand up. Like, yo, guys, it's available. And then started playing the game really. So yeah, I'm excited. I just don't share it much, but
And of course, we'll proceed to ignore the meeting completely and just continue playing the game. That's why you went so far, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. Well, I guess one of the questions that we also had, given that there's a Switch version now, is there any like added features to the Nintendo Switch per se? Some people were also wondering if since like there's the new thing with the Switch 2, I believe I forgot what it's called, but people were asking if you can have like the new what was it? Is it like the touch screen thing where you can basically switch?
Like
It's the new feature.
yeah, I think you mean the joystick itself, right? When you like rotate with it like a mouse and stuff like that.
Yeah. We use it as a mouse. I think someone asked if we're gonna use that as like part of the swimming mechanic or something similar.
Yeah. So honestly, like the game was ported originally for the Switch, the first one. Because we don't have all the publisher does not have the devcom for the second one, right? It's not easy to get. So we don't have that. And what features that are new with the Switch release? I think it's similarly close to the last update we have on the Steam. So we have made some quality of life enhancements, and it's also included on the Switch version. So that's it.
Okay, and I also believe there's something else, right?
Yeah. The third question: any reaction of the word Bahamut by the foreigners? Of course. Like there is a lot of people. Actually, once we start like approaching people in the global events, we immediately start with, "Do you know Bahamut from Final Fantasy or D&D?" And they immediately know that. Like, and it was very surprising for them to know that it's first an Arabian mythology. Second, it's not even a dragon. It's actually a huge whale that carries the whole earth on his back, and it's very surprising for them. Yet. I feel very proud that we're not trying to make them look bad. Like, we're not trying to make Final Fantasy look bad, but we're trying to correct the image here. And I feel so proud that we are trying to correct that image from our perspective. Not our perspective. It is actually the truth. It is from 1001 Night in Qazwini. So I feel very proud that now we are actually driving the actual narrative of this mythical creature. But yes, like it's very exciting because like at the beginning we were very, I would say, concerned of how the foreigners and the global market will receive our game, like because it's local Arabian mythology. But we figured out that like whenever we started showcasing the game everywhere, in Gamescom, in Germany multiple times, in Japan now, in the US a couple of times as well, we started to feel like people are actually very interested to know more like about this mythology and the actual creature. So because it's a new perspective and something unique to them. So yeah, the perception by the people are actually very exciting.
Yeah. Definitely. Especially when back in EWC, yeah, this year, like in Esports World Cup in Riyadh, compared to last year, there's been, a good number of, tourists that, first time being in Riyadh and discovering the fact that there is a developer scene. I got the chance to showcase, with the, everyone else in the team and talk about Bahamut. And there's always this interest where especially from the Asian audience who were mostly familiar with Final Fantasy, and also a lot of people ask me or like stop to just look at the game, and they were like, "Isn't that a creature from D&D?" Because also in D&D there is Bahamut as well, which is always interesting to see. Like somehow they get to connect with the characters themselves, the mythological creatures. Um,
Mm.
but at the same time, they don't really realize where they originally come from, and it's from
Yeah.
the Middle East, which is always something interesting to find. And yeah, I guess one of the questions we also had f- uh, well, I wanted like to add to the part where Mustah mentioned the features. We're also working on updating something to the game. Uh, yeah, should we mention that or?
What was that? What is that
I think
exactly?
so it's the Arabic narrator.
Oh, okay, okay. Go ahead, Musleh. Yeah.
Yeah, so honestly, when we released the game, we got a lot of feedback, and like we got the reviews and everything, and I think we got a solid 7.5, 8. Obviously, we got the 9s and the 10s, but that was we considered it as sleek, right? They're Arabic; they will feel bad if we don't give them a 10. But we care about enhancing the quality of our games, and that's why we are making games to show that Saudis can make good quality of games, right? So if you tell us it's a 7, it's an 8, that's a start, and we're gonna increase on that and enhance on that. Obviously, so when we got those reviews and some of the feedback that it's a 7 and this is 1, 2, 3, this is why it's not more. It was a couple of points. For the drawing, if you guys played the game, there's drawing. Some people thought, like, got some difficulties drawing, and we made it way much easier and better. And it enhanced the experience much more. And the other big deal, which was by the Arabic speaking people, that the Arabic had a lot of issues and grammatical issues and like the spelling and everything. So we took a crazy step and we said, so we either keep it the same way or we actually enhance that. And we decided to redo the whole Arabic again, which is crazy step. It's a very, very crazy step. But we care about the people who commented on that, and we agree with delivering the best quality of that because it's an Arabian mythological game. It sounds a lot. It sounds about a lot of on the Arabic, so we had to redo it, and we did, and it should be really releasing very soon, like with an update. We're still working on that, and we should guys expect it very soon. And if you guys played the game, that's good. You get to see it with the flaws. I recommend you play the game after the update and tell us if it's better or not. And if it's not, please don't ask us to redo it again. I'm not I'm not ready to do that. But yeah, that's one of the upcoming updates.
Yeah, so like Muslih mentioned specifically, we definitely go through every single feedback we do receive. He mentioned mainly on the positive reviews. While positive reviews are always great, we definitely like to focus on, the criticism or, the parts where we can possibly improve, because obviously There is flaws in the game. The game is not made to be perfect, but it all goes back to feedback. And whenever you point something out, we're definitely going to take a look at it and hopefully improve it as we go. I really wanted to jump in the theme of Switch since we're, still on that topic today. I believe one of the questions that I just read is, how did we approach the Nintendo and dev kit, and was it done by publisher side? I guess, this is just something we want to touch on briefly, since, it's mainly handled from the publisher side. I guess, Meaad or Muslih want to touch on it. If not, I can simply just go through it briefly. At least, a general idea on what the process is like.
Yeah, so basically, in Saudi, we are actually facing an issue to receive the div kit or even just getting certified by Nintendo. However, we had a publishing deal that are taking care of porting to all consoles, including Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, and the PC. So they took care of everything because they have the certificate, they have the dev kit, they have everything. So it has been published from their side. We couldn't, unfortunately, get the div kit ourselves.
Exactly. Yeah, this is like something unique with us in the Middle East. Outside of the Middle East, maybe it's a little more approachable. But I guess on top of that,
a few points also, Salman. Maybe everyone should know that and be aware of that. While we haven't actually published the game on the Switch ourselves, a few points that we learned as well is that it is a lot difficult to. It's not so flexible, just like a Steam page where you can go anytime and change things, right? A few issues that we faced was the release date. We could not change that, right? After we set it up the first time, unfortunately, they said, "All right, so you pinned this down. We will never." So they prepare things in advance, right, for their store and stuff like that. So be careful if you set a date that you think you will change later, but you just want to have that there to set up the page, etc. Be careful of that. Second thing is that when you have videos and like the trailer and you want to put it in this like the page later, it takes a lot of time and communications and effort reaching out, getting their feedback on it, their review. So most likely, if you do that, you come back later and say, "Oh, can I change this in the store page? I have a new video that I want to replace the old one and stuff like that." What they would end up saying is like, "Why didn't you know this prior to now? And what's actually the difference between the old one and the new one?" And it's a lot of struggle, a lot of headache that you would want to have and keep in mind, so you don't go through similar issues that we went through.
yes.
Yeah. The approvals process in Nintendo takes a lot of time. So it's not like whenever it comes to your mind, so you can just update the marketing materials or update any kind of information on your page. It has to go through like a lot of approval process. So if you want to change anything, just change everything all at once, and keep consider the time frame in mind.
Yes, if anything, it's definitely much stricter than Steam. This is definitely something to consider with consoles specifically. I'm not sure if Nintendo Switch has it like worse. I believe I think like with Xbox, I heard it's much longer than that. The timelines are much stricter, and definitely as like an indie developer, you need to take optimization into consideration, even if you're starting out having it on the PC per se. I believe this is something we had considered way beforehand. We just made sure that optimizations were implemented somewhere during development, so that whenever we want to change something in the approval process, it would be like easier to figure out, because we planned that ahead of time. And I believe we did that like back in December, right? 2024. So like it was such a long time where I think like started like submitting the thing, and they got back to us.
Yeah.
So like months prior. Like we're in August now, and that's how long it took us just to go through the entire process. So always keep that.
And let me give you another information. We have submitted our account, like our personal account, as Starvania to Nintendo around 1.5 years ago, and we still didn't get approved. That's another thing.
So yeah, always keep that in mind. You'll definitely gonna be, wasting a lot of time just to figure that part out specifically. Okay, I just want to make sure that I didn't miss any of the questions. I'll always keep the questions going. There's definitely going to be room to hopefully answer as many questions as possible.
I think there was someone called if there is like in the future, if there are any opportunities for game or level designers. Yes, of course. We are actively hiring. So we're looking for game designers, we're looking for a QA, we're looking for a couple of as well like roles from the business side. So yes, please send us your portfolio and everything, and we'll check you out.
Absolutely. In case you're wondering where you can send us your resume and all of that, it has to be, I think, on the email info@Starvania. I can just leave it here just in case for any future. Maybe we can spot our future Starvanian here in the chat and we don't even know it. If we can take a look back at this little session we're doing. But yeah, I guess
Starvania from the community is just the best. I would love that.
Absolutely. I second that myself. Also, someone said congratulations about us. There's obviously been buzz about it. Us securing the 1.1 million investment round. This is definitely something else to celebrate next to having the game on the Nintendo Switch. So how you guys feel about this?
Feel like a millionaire. I'm not really. I wish.
We were actually not. Oh God.
We're not. But yeah, we're so happy about it, of course.
The company is.
Yeah, the company is. We're not.
We're still proud. Yeah.
It's a huge step for the company. It just opens new horizons to us. Way much more, I would say, serious. We're getting like more serious, more responsibilities. But on the other side, there is a lot of like doors has been opened to us, and a lot of great opportunities are ahead. So there is a lot of plans we're so excited for, and hopefully we'll see all the great news coming, inshallah.
Inshallah. I'm definitely looking forward to that, and I can't wait, just to make sure everyone knows about it firsthand after Meaad shares something with me, because that's what team members do, right? We yeah, definitely there's like a lot to unpack here. Everything will come with due time. For us personally, we still obviously have to finish working on the PlayStation and the Xbox version of Bahamut and Waqwaq 3, so you can make sure to not only buy it once or twice on the Switch now, but also buy it on every console. Yeah, maybe you're gonna spot the difference. Maybe you find something new in every console variation. You never know. But yeah, I guess like a follow up to that, what would that mean on on like a studio level? Like, what would the impact of that investment be, like on the team size or like the projects and the publishing capacity, compared to, let's say, now and hopefully in the future?
So basically, we are definitely looking for expanding the team because not only for the next title, but also because we're thinking now in our business plan is to work on two projects at the same time, like two projects in parallel. Because PC and consoles, usually the timeline of PC and consoles game takes so much time. And we don't want to take like around, I would say the least PC and console game that you might develop that can really, I would say, be in a very high quality and compete globally. It doesn't take less than like 2 years and a half, 3 years minimum. And we don't want to do like 3 years one at a time. So we have decided to work on two titles at the same time so that by the end of 3 years, we should be having two games already out on the market. So that would require expansion on the team. So I would expect like, I don't want to say the team will be doubled, but we are expecting to hire quite an amount of new members.
That's definitely very exciting, to hear. Not only we're gonna get, our hands on one project, having like two projects simultaneously happening at the same time, that would mean, just more, for people to expect on what we can, dish out as, a Saudi studio, really. And also, get to meet even more local developers who probably gonna be, part of the studio as we go. There's definitely a lot of talent to nurture here, which kind of snowballs to the next question that I had in mind, which I just forgot. I guess I was gonna mention the question in the chat, which is, given that that's the future of the studio, any predictions on what would that mean on the Saudi game dev scene in the future? We've also heard other studios who've also secured their own investment rounds. It means that people or investors started getting their hands on the game dev scene. They see the potential, and more people are taking an extra look at Saudi game development. This is just the beginning. Where do you think it's heading?
Well, the gaming industry in Saudi is growing massively, like with all the amount of support that we're getting from accelerators program and incubators program that are launching game studios in like, I don't know, every 6 months. And we have like the academies that are teaching game development. Now we have the support by universities, DigiPen, and like other institutes as well. The Saudi Academy that are also teaching game development for the talents. And we have now all the funding opportunities and the investors that are allocating specific money for the studios. And that is only happening in how many years? If you look back like 4 years ago, we had nothing. And in 4 years now, fast forward, we already have now, I don't know, more than 50 gaming studios that are up and running, working on their games. So, and it keeps growing. It keeps like evolving. And I would say in a very fast way, much faster than 4 years ago. So for speaking, like not in 5 years, Danner, I think next year or in 2 years from now, you can see that the game is already the gaming industry in Saudi is already competing globally. So the future is bright, alhamdulillah. There is a lot of supports and awareness, everything now. So I believe like this is the right timing for everyone to start in gaming in this industry. This is exactly the right timing for you.
Absolutely. Like, it's always exciting to see. Like sometimes, even myself, when I'm looking at these different investments, it just makes me want to invest even sooner. I've been definitely encouraging a lot of people in my community, not only just consume local games, but even start, developing games themselves, because they've always, thinking about, oh, maybe it's too late for me to start, when in reality we're just, at the beginning of the chapter, and definitely there's exciting things that are hopefully going to come very soon. You know, even in China now they started like having like exciting like IPs happening where like they have different games going up, and hopefully in the next 5 years we get to see our own original IPs being celebrated across the globe, where they least expect it. You're just gonna be plotting in the shadows with hit titles, I hope. Speaking of hit titles, I'm still not sure if Bahamut is gonna be as popular as some of the big names that I'm gonna touch on after this question. But one of the questions we also had is the fact: are we gonna be sticking to narrative-driven games, or are we planning to branch to different genres? Because this is definitely something that they really appreciated in Bahamut, and are we expecting to see that again?
Take that question, Muslih. Want to take a break?
I knew you get from the pause you guys gave. I knew it was me. So I believe that again, like our philosophy and how we started Bahamut, we really focused on gameplay first. And like that's the what do you call who's the director for Zelda? I forgot. Miyamoto. So
No.
so that's the approach, right? So help me out. Is it Miyamoto?
I think
No, Miyamoto is the COO of Sony PlayStation. And Zelda is in Nintendo, so they're rivals.
So I don't know. I thought his name is Miyamoto. I can look him up again. But the approach we're taking is mainly focuses on gameplay first, make it as approachable by anyone easily, right? And then it has some depth to it and systems to it that gives more depth to the game. And that's how we started to have it, and that's how we're gonna continue with the rest of the games. You should expect gameplay to be as fluid, as fun, as engaging, and then it will be backed with or covered or packaged with amazing story so that it drives the gameplay forward and keeps the attachment going with the players. Obviously, we learned a lot from Bahamut, and we're still trying to figure out our formula, honestly. But it's something we're keeping in mind with our next experience.
yes.
I hope that was a diplomatic answer. I mean, God,
I think it kind of like showcases something.
almost broken a sweat. I mean,
if anything, it's definitely just here having like a friendly conversation on what really is going on internally, and also what everyone can expect. For the most part, I think, and I definitely agree with that. We're basically just focusing on the gameplay first, and for the most part, maybe that's something we're gonna be doubling down on in the future. Because I still remember like how much time we spent on just working on the swimming for Bahamut. I think that did take the most part of development. And like whenever someone just have their hands on the controller and like start swimming, and they're like, oh, wait, this is very smooth, and they didn't just play the game yet, and this is just the character movement in the field. Can you tell us like a little bit about the idea behind that, at least?
yeah, I mean, it's really the same, right? We wanted to deliver like the best fluid experience. It's an underwater game. What do you think when you see things moving underwater? Like you see the fish moving forward, and it's like you have a game feel. You have you have this feel of fluidity, like water and stuff like that. So we just wanted to focus on that and nothing else for the first, not nothing else, obviously, but like give it the best priority, or most of the priority, and we kept pushing on that, and we did not accept anything less than like great. And we kept pushing on it, trying to find ways to enhance it, and we kept enhancing it even after the first 3 months, right? Well, with like QA and like changing some of the games, the technical aspects of the game. You remember when we started Meaad, we started with 2D, and then we thought, you know what, it was great. It was still good. But even then, if it was 90% good, how can we, even if it was 100% good, how can we get it to 110%? And then we swapped to 3D, and it even made it way much better. So I think that's how we are striving for excellence, and the whole team, right? Like, all right, this is it. It's good. How can we take it to the next level? And the whole team participating on that until we got it to what it is today.
Starvania is striving and starving for success.
Exactly.
Mike?
Exactly.
If anything, I'm definitely starving after just today definitely been a long day for everyone, and it if anything we're definitely gonna be starving for more. Well, both on like in a physical term and like in a metaphorical term of course. So, if you do buy a Switch game, then you know where that it's definitely going. Maybe it's like the next burrito interview is like all the thing. I think Dana mentioned a question about. I know Unity does not support Arabic correctly. How did you address that problem? I think we had our own share to share with that part specifically. And spoiler alert, it wasn't too fun, I would say. Maybe Muslih, you have a better idea on that part.
On which part exactly?
Oh, the part where where the part you had to deal with, and we're still getting feedback on.
The support, like Unity doesn't support Arabic correctly, so Dana is asking, how did we address that problem?
Yeah, honestly, like we tried a lot of approaches, and yeah, ultimately we landed on a tool called I2. It's very helpful. It helps you with localizing your game to all languages, including Arabic. So it helped us a lot. Honestly, we're still using we were using the old UI for Unity, and like right now with Unit 6 and the new UI system, we haven't discovered the compatibility of that yet, but we're still looking into it. But I consider you the tool later for it. Yeah, I remember you told me about that. Yes, this is this one. Yeah.
Yep. This is definitely something a lot of local developers don't know of, so it's definitely helpful. Also, even if you can share the tool you made, that would definitely like just share it around and see, because this is definitely like a big one when it comes to that. Okay, this is the segment or the time where I would say I have like a few questions. Not necessarily has to do with the game, but obviously you can keep asking until the rest of the time we have. Well, I want to talk about Gamescom a little bit. I mean, obviously we've been showcasing at Gamescom and before that devcom with you, Meaad. Briefly, I wanted like to ask like what your experience as a speaker at devcom. That's definitely been something as well.
Yeah. That's something personal actually. I remember the first time so me attending Gamescom and devcom in general, that was actually the third time for me in Germany. Okay, and I remember the first time.
I think
Can you guys hear me well?
I think your camera is lagging.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
camera is frozen for me.
Okay.
But at least it picked up on a very good.
Yeah, perfect pose.
Right? It feels
You're like, this is
that
very personal.
Okay. So I was saying, yeah, so the first time I attended Gamescom and devcom, I attended one of the sessions and I just looked at the speaker and I imagined myself being a speaker there. And I was just asking myself, like, when will be the time where I will be actually speaking in the largest gaming event, such as Gamescom? And I didn't expect it will be the third time for me there where I will be a speaker. So it was a huge thing to me, honestly, and I felt very proud that I'm speaking at the largest gaming event worldwide. Like Gamescom is considered the largest gaming event across the globe, and me being a speaker there was such an honor. Honestly, I was so humbled and very proud that I got this opportunity. Yes, the dream is coming true, but the thing is, the dream will always be a dream if you look at it as a dream. But if you look at it as a goal, and that was a goal to me, to be a speaker at one of such great events. So yeah, alhamdulillah, I was very proud of it. So it's not a dream; it's a goal has been achieved. Check.
Yep. Definitely managed like to check, multiple things on the list this year, which is alhamdulillah been very, very eventful. And hopefully, as the scene grows here, it does, get passed to, everyone else in this region, something to celebrate as, Middle Eastern developers and, Saudi developers as well. Well, definitely there's been, big releases this year, especially with, finally we heard something about Silksong, Hollow Knight. Have you guys been keeping up with Hollow Knight? I mean, at this point, I think everyone knows about this, but I wanted like to ask you guys personally, what was something you were excited about at Gamescom? I mean, definitely we do, still play a lot of video games, given we have, the free time to do so, which is, just like a little bit. Is there something you guys been excited about? And obviously that's something with the audience here, in case you have, games that you've been looking up for.
Well, I think the most thing that Muslih was excited about is to visit Cult of the Lamb booth because it was huge. And I think Muslih can share more insights about that. I think he took like millions.
Yeah, when I specifically asked Musleh to, at least take pictures of our booth, and he was busy, he was like, oh, look, there's like the booth of Cult of the Lamp, and, he's just busy meeting the cosplayers.
I went to Cult of the Lamb. I went to Cult of the Lamb's booth before I got to ours.
Yeah, can you imagine that? And he even wanted us to go early to the event, not to get to our booth, to actually get to Cult of the Lamb booth first.
I mean, yeah,
creative
I'm
director,
guilty
ladies
of
and
that.
gentlemen.
Oh my god! Right. So yeah, I mean, it was because they were promoting for it, and I wanted to get there first to see what's hiding there because they said it's a surprise, and it was. They had, if everyone knows what's Cult of the Lamb, what is the game, and saw it, they had this massive, giant, very. I think it's one of the biggest booths in the show, right? Very massive head sculpture of the lamp itself, and it was wow. I think it was catching everyone's attention, obviously. And then they were promoting for their upcoming campaign and DLC. So that was nice. And then other games that I was excited about that I couldn't try because of the long queue times. It was obviously Silksong and Borderlands 4. So those two were my top picks. Honestly, I know there was so many games, but these are the games that I love, and that's the games I play. So yeah.
Any games for you, Meaad, personally?
So I was the boring and serious person there. I couldn't really walk around a lot. I was just walking around to get myself some food. I couldn't really do much there. However, I got the chance actually to buy some figures. So I got I get the Persona 5, the Joker figure. Actually, I can show you right now. And I got a very cool Hunter X monster, Hunter X figure,
Okay.
which was very cool.
Okay. At least like you got something out of it, not necessarily getting your hands on the games there, but you managed to get something
Yeah.
out of it. Yeah, personally, definitely we're looking about Song. Song I think is coming like a week from now. So while we still have you guys for this weekend and the week, definitely everyone gonna be just enjoying Song. It's like one of the biggest indie games out there. Definitely give it a try. But before uh, you know after you try our game on the Switch, then maybe you get to try it, of course. Um, Also, since we have like a few minutes off, I just want to remind, since some people already joined, if you have any questions for us for the remainder of the time, feel free to do so. For me personally, there's like something a surprise that I wanted to keep for last. I'm supposed to mention it before, but I kind of forgot. But we're actually planning on doing a small giveaway, and we're gonna be giving out, one extra code for the Nintendo Switch. If you do happen to have one, or I guess if you wanna, I think we do have like codes for the Nintendo Switch, so we definitely gonna do that. But we're gonna do a little game of trivia, and it's gonna be Bahamut and Waqwaq trivia. So if you happen to play the game, you're definitely in an advantage. If you haven't, then that's your cue to go play the game, because you're about to miss out on like a Nintendo uh eShop key. Okay? So yeah, I'm gonna be asking two questions. Depending on how many people answer, I'm probably gonna be doing like a small withdrawal for people who are gonna be answering quickly. So make sure to focus on the question. It's gonna be focusing on Bahamut and Waqwaq tree, mainly like on the mythology side, but we'll see who did their homework and who didn't. This is like the pop quiz after the lecture. So so the first question is, and hopefully everyone is ready. So Noor, the main character of the game, based on what mythological creature?
Um,
Okay, we have some answers. A pizza, that's fair. Mm,
Looks like you guys don't want to get a key.
no clue. Okay, that's fair. You should have done your homework, Hamza. A pizza of mythology. We're getting there. Definitely not a pizza. If anything, it's okay. There is, a different question coming right up. Hopefully
Yeah,
a lot
but
easier. A hint? It has. Okay, let's see. So I'm gonna repeat the question one last time in case someone missed the question. Noor, the main character of Bahamut and Waqwaq Tree, the game, based on what mythological creature? And the hint is gonna be it has the word doctor.
Come on, guys. That was a very easy one if you actually played the game. But seems like. Oh, Hassan! Hassan!
Doctor of the Sea. Okay, Hassan got it.
I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you. You taught you very well during the event.
Well, I guess that didn't feel like answering the question.
so if you guys are curious about طبيب البحر or Doctor of the Sea. This is how it looks like in the mythology. But obviously, since it's a game, we don't want you to play with that creature. You probably be creeped by it and don't wanna. So we made it look way much differently and better. So there you go. That's طبيب البحر for you.
Okay, so I definitely feel bad since, well, I'm not supposed to feel bad because, as Meaad mentioned, it's supposed to be like an easier one. Do you feel generous today, Meaad? Should we give another cake as well? What are you thinking? Or you're not satisfied with the lack of answers?
How many are the audience?
I believe we have 10 in the audience today. And one lucky winner.
And what do you think, Muslih? I think we'll call it a night.
Oh.
Always disappointed. What for the very easy one?
Evil arc, Meaad.
Allah, you guys disappoint me so much.
That explains the red and everything.
I'm proud of you.
Oh, okay, don't worry, guys. In case you guys missed it, we're still actually doing a giveaway on our social media. If you go to our Twitter page, let me actually link the post. If you just happen to follow us and repost and leave a comment, you'll also get the chance, to obviously win a code. I'll sneak an extra code just for you guys, but make sure to like and repost first. Then we're definitely gonna be helping you out. But yeah, I think this is pretty much gonna be wrapping everything up. Let me just put the post here. In case anyone is interested, maybe you already have the game, you want to share it with a loved one. Just make sure to interact with this post here, and you'll be in the giveaway. I believe that's pretty much for the questions. Everything. Yep. Okay. So thank you once again, everyone, for sharing the session with us today. Has definitely been a huge milestone for the game and the studio. And we wanted to catch up with everyone here and everyone else in the community. Definitely been a while since we've been interacting here. Obviously, we've been traveling a lot, and we still have upcoming events and more great news to come, especially after securing the investment. Hopefully, great things are gonna come our way, and we can't wait to disclose as much details as we go through till the end of the year. Thank you once again, and hope to see you again beyond the horizon.
See you beyond the horizon, guys. Thanks so much for attending.
And enjoy the weekend.
Yeah, enjoy the weekend and play the game. Get the game on Switch.
Get the game on Switch.